Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott's Tennis Selections here for Tuesday, June 25th. Before we get into the play of the day, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. We picked up a very nice winner with Nicolas Jarry on the -2 against Pablo Cuevas as the match finally got played after rain canceled the match yesterday, as Jarry ended up winning 6-1, 7-6 as he easily covered the -2 spread. So I hope you were able to cash that with ease. But we also did really well in the leans over the last couple of days, and I'll quickly recap those as well. We were wrong on the query in 3 sets against Kukushkin. He did win in 2, but in terms of other leans, we were right about Cameron Norrie as an underdog on the money line at roughly plus 200. We were right about Klon beating Darcis at roughly a plus 150 underdog. And we were also right about Tomic beating Seppi, as he was also roughly a plus 200 underdog. So definitely a very solid day for the leans and for the play of the day for all of those tennis plays, and all the underdogs that we ended up cashing with were all roughly plus 175 or higher. So I hope that you were able to cash with those. But we're going to come back today focused, and we look to somewhat ignore what happened in our last pick as we look to stay focused and keep the winning streak going. So with that being said, we're actually going to go with a rare tennis parlay, which I haven't really done that much in this show, but I do like 2 tennis matches, and I know that there are 2 decently sized favorites, but if you parlay them together, you should get decent value for it. Some books might not allow you to parlay Wimbledon qualifying matches, and some do. So if you are not able to, I apologize for that in advance, but the book I'm going to be using is 5 Dimes here for this parlay. And the first match I'm going to be talking about is between Sam Querrey and Dusan Vlahovic, as they will be playing in Great Britain at roughly 6 a.m. tomorrow. Now, quickly, just to sum up both players, Querrey did not play before his last match against Kukushkin since April, and that's why we thought that it would go 3 sets, as Querrey might take some time to readjust to the grass, which is his favorite surface. However, he won in straight sets. He looked fantastic as he ended up winning 6-3, 7-6. Served 15 aces, 3 double faults, ended up winning 86% of his first serve points. He looked fantastic, and I expect him to serve really well in this match as well, as once he's finally, getting his feet back under him, so to speak, he should continue to play even better. And as we know from the Wimbledon semifinals from a couple of years ago, Querrey is a very solid grass court player. Meanwhile, similar to the match yesterday with Cuevas, we did mention how we wanted to fade Cuevas because he has yet to play a grass court match this season, and he is a clay court specialist who might take a couple matches to readjust to the grass. Vlahovic is the same exact case, as he has not played since his 5-set defeat in the French Open. So he's not played since June 1st. I expect him to come out relatively poor in this match. I think that he will struggle to adjust to Querrey's serve. I think Querrey should be able to hold. I don't think Querrey will get broken the entire match. I think he's going to serve that well. And Vlahovic has never been a huge server to begin with. Is he a decent server? He's okay, but he's more of a clay court specialist. I think Querrey should win this match in either straight sets or in 3. So the money lines as of right now are pretty expensive at -320 on Querrey. I think that that is a reasonable price, and that is why we are going to put that into the first pick of this 2-pick parlay, as once we merge it with another favorite that I'm going to mention in a second, you should see decent value. Yeah, thanks, Terry. Thanks, CR. Very nice job with Jarry. I'm happy that he performed up to his ability. He definitely served great, and hopefully we can bring you another win today. So the first play of the parlay will be on Sam Querrey on the money line at -320 on 5 Dimes, and the second play of the parlay, we are actually going to be looking towards Wimbledon qualifying, and we'll be looking at a match between some staples on this channel of people that we've bet on before. Dustin Brown, as I've mentioned him in the past, as well as Mikael Ymer. Ymer, we mentioned during French Open qualifying, as we had the over 2.5 sets with him and Loxinen, and that ended up cashing. But in terms of this match in particular, it's the second round of qualifying. Ymer is definitely more of a clay court player. He loves to rally very fast. He's a pusher. He hustles in every point. He gets the drop shots very easily. Very fast player. However, he's an awful server, and he doesn't really have the capability of hitting many winners. He mostly just tries to keep the ball in play and let his speed dictate, the points, which for me is a solid approach if you're playing on clay or on hard courts. But on grass, Dustin Brown is a world-class grass player. I know that his results have been lackluster, but over his career. But I mean, Brown's beaten Nadal in Wimbledon. He's taken Kyrgios to 5 before. He's a great grass court player. His shot selection is fantastic, and Brown has the ability to just hit a variety of shots that I don't think Yemmer will be prepared for. Yemmer did win the first round of qualifying against McHugh, 6-4, 6-0. McHugh's a relative unknown. McHugh is not even ranked on the ATP, so he's completely – I mean, I thought Yemmer was pretty much gifted a first-round win in qualifying, where Brown was able to also win in qualifying, as he was able to defeat Z in the first round, 7-6, 6-3. For me, though, I just think that Yemmer won't be able to break. Yeah, CR, I'm actually going to make a separate video right after this on baseball. So this is just going to be the tennis video, and then I'm going to go into baseball in roughly 20 minutes on a separate video. So stay tuned for another live stream, as I will be covering baseball exclusively in the next video. But as for tennis, I definitely think that Brown in this match is the far superior grass court player. Brown's been to Wimbledon before. He knows what it takes to win on grass. He definitely has the shot selections, and his serve and volley approach will be lethal on grass in this one. Yemmer, I think, will have problems holding, because Brown has the ability to hit winners from anywhere on the court, and Yemmer he just tries to get this ball in play, and I definitely think Brown will dictate offensively most of the points here. So I definitely like him at a -200 favorite against Yemmer. I think that Brown on the surface will win. I don't want to say easily, because Yemmer can push and make it 3 sets, but I definitely can see Brown pulling into Wimbledon in the main draw. So in order to get to the main draw, he will have to go through qualifying, and I think he will win this match. As Yemmer, that was actually his first match ever on grass in his entire career in Wimbledon for Yemmer, and that was against a complete unknown, where Brown is definitely a veteran on the surface, and Brown is the better server, better volleyer, and I think he's got better strokes. So for me, I will take Dustin Brown on the money line there at -200. So the 2-pick parlay will be on Sam Querrey -320 on the money line against Dusan Lajovic, and Dustin Brown at -200 against Mikael Yemmer. And if you parlay both of those together for 1 unit, you will make 0.97 units, and that will be the tennis play of the day. So we're going to be doing a 2-pick parlay on that one. In terms of the other matches for tomorrow, I haven't really spent much time diving into those, because I really like those plays in particular. But in terms of the actual card, I would lean to the over 2.5 sets between Benoit Paire and Victor Troicki. Small lean there. I definitely think that Troicki and Paire are both kind of similar in the sense that they're both mentally fragile players who have a lot of upside based on talent. I think Paire could easily win this match because of the fact that he's better on grass than Troicki is. But Troicki's a good server. Troicki should hold his own, and I would not be surprised to see this end up going 3 sets, as Paire has played 1 match on grass since the French Open, in which he lost to Tsonga, and Troicki has looked good on grass so far, as he's already played 3 matches in Turkey on the surface, as he had to go through qualifying in order to get here. I think it will go 3 sets, to lean to the over 2.5 sets there. Other than that, looking through the card itself, I would also lean to I'll lean to Fabiano a little bit on as an underdog here. Is it a great play? Not necessarily, but Fabiano head-to-head against Desir is actually 2-0, and Fabiano did win yesterday today, I should say, in 3 sets against Ward, where Desir has not played in this round. He's only played 1 match on grass so far this season, and he lost in straight sets to Struff. Struff is a very solid player. He's been having a great year. But overall, I think Fabiano's head-to-head record at 2-0 definitely makes him worth a little sprinkle on the money line there, especially since Fabiano had to go through qualifying in order to even get to this tournament. So I think Fabiano has some value. I think it should go 3 sets. I think it'll be close. So I think Fabiano has some value as an underdog there. But the play of the day will be the 2-pick tennis parlay on Sam Querrey money line against Dusan Lajovic, and Dustin Brown money line against Mikael Yemmer. The lines are available at 5 dimes at -320 and -200 respectively, and 1 unit should yield you 0.97 units of profit, and that will be the play of the day. However, I will be making a video with another play of the day for baseball in the next couple of minutes. Stay tuned for that. But before we conclude today's video, quick reminder of our sponsor, PointsBet, online sportsbook in New Jersey. Great deal for you. Up to 2 risk-free bets of up to $1,000. So if you end up betting on one of these tennis plays or both of them, and 1,000 each, and one of them ends up losing or both of them end up losing, then you simply get your money back and don't have to worry about making up a massive deficit. But with that being said, that's going to do it for this installment of Scott's tennis selections here for Tuesday, June 25th. Good luck to all of you and your respective plays today. Bye, everyone.